Hey viewers, welcome to another game as the Casual Pro Gamer. Today we are doing a jungle Shaco game, which is kind of the normal way to play Shaco nowadays. Shaco is hardly ever played anywhere else, and so he's going to jungle. Probably going to start off at blue because that is what he does. Oh, the enemy jungler is Lee Sin, and he is going to start off at red. So, another spectator mode replay. I'm really glad we have those. Let me find Shaco. Shaco is 2. Oh yeah, I knew that from the startup screen. So he is going to indeed start at blue. He doesn't need a pull on blue. In fact, it would be very annoying to get a pull on blue, because he's going to put all of the boxes at the blue, and they will trigger the pull by itself, making him able to do a whole lot of damage without taking damage. So the enemies are going to probably protect their blue, although that is highly unnecessary.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
But at least it might... No, he's going to start off at red. Never mind. So this spectator mode, for those of you who still don't know, you can enable it in LoL Replay. Open the software, go to the top right gear icon, it says options. And in the options it says something like spectator mode enabled, or enable spectator replay, something like that. Something with spectator in it. You enable that by putting an X in the box, and then you hit OK, and everything should be recorded in this new format, which gives me the chance to do this. Watch the enemy team. Watch our team only, so they have a CV going down over here, and they indeed see that Lee Sin is over there, so they know he's going to gank top lane in a minute. And I can watch the entire enemy team, or our entire team. So blue just spawning, the boxes are going to do most of the work, Shaco going to do a little bit of the rest, and he still has his smite up, so he can actually go straight for red if he wants to. But he is going to go for the wolves here. And not using the smite straight away, that is kind of strange. Yeah, we'll follow this gank in a minute, because I know there's a gank incoming. It has to be, because that's how they play. Yeah, not using the smite here, that's quite surprising, because the smite is really one of the quickest tools to get out of this. I really are dashing to the Lee Sin, and then flashing out immediately. So flash immediately drawn out here, which is a very important spell to have, with like a 7-minute cooldown. So, is that right? That seems too much. No, I must have... No, it's a 4.5 minute cooldown. Never mind. I completely messed that up. So yeah, for the next 4 minutes she will be without a smite, without a flash, sorry, and yeah, she should be okay because she's Irelia, but still would have been better to just stay back. If you know that Lee Sin is in the top jungle, he did well the raid camps into red. He's probably going to gank straight away, so it's much better to let the lane push your way and not get ganked in the first place. So Shaco going to take out red here, and he finally did use his smite there. But yeah, so he did 3 camps without his smite, without using his smite, and then went to the red buff. But he might have just straight off ran to the red buff, and that would have been a lot quicker. Now looking for a gank, and seems that his mid lane is in some trouble. Just got ganked by the jungler, and now going to have to overextend here in the lane. And yeah, Lee Sin is coming back, flash, and going to get this. Lee Sin is going to be okay. Okay, or not. He just... Oh, that is so unlucky. Wow. Did you see what happened? Here he was fine. He should have just ran out. And then, because Galio actually catches, or well, kills all of these minions, the ball, I forgot what it's called, actually jumps to Hang on, what's it called? Malefic Visions? Is that it? It's this one, yeah, Malefic Visions. It actually jumps to the Lee Sin, killing him. That is so unfortunate. Oh, that's one too many. Seems this is 1 times, yep. So in the meantime, because I was watching this, Shaco was ganking top lane. And yeah, that's the big advantage of this system. Did you see his mistake? Oh, she's going to get out now, right? Yeah, she's going to get away with 140 HP. Okay, let me point it out for those of you who didn't see it. So he comes in, this is all fine because he knows there's no wards, and Poppy, yeah, he or she started with the correct items. So he's coming in. What he should do is deceive, place his box somewhere over here, and then hit her. What he does is he runs in, he hits her again. Oh, he was going to hit her again, and then places down the box. So this box is not going to be up in time. It's not going to fear her. And I mean, the fear takes like 1 more second, and he might have pulled that off if he placed the box over here. She would have not been able to retreat there. They would have been able to get 1 more hit in, and she would have died, because 2 guys getting 1 hit in, that is enough to make that work. Oh man. Yeah, okay, it's all good. We're going to see much more, so there will be good plays coming. I'm sure of it. At least he does understand he needs to get some extra money. Not really counter jungling here, just taking out the whole camp. Might have been better to just take out the big raid. Oh, sorry, golem. Then go to the raids and take out the big raid with his smite. And yeah, then Lee Sin would have met him maybe, but yeah, he has a deceive, he has a what's it called, a fear? Yeah. And he has a slow, so he should be okay. So yeah, Lee Sin is going to try to jump over this, but realizes, hey, it's gone. So it does indeed work as a counter jungle, but yeah, only because Lee Sin actually goes there straight away instead of just going for his wolves, who are much closer, and then going in for a gank. So I wonder if we can, yeah, this first gank they coordinated here up top is definitely because they were on Skype together, and here's another one that might be, well, might work because they are on Skype. So for those of you who have never really checked this, enemies have vision. If they're normally in lane, they have vision up to this pillar. So if you're Shaco and you want to gank, then that's the point where you need to go invisible, otherwise they will see you. Obviously it's different if they are in the lane close to that, and he is in some trouble now. He is going to have his deceive up in time. Yeah, it is up now. Oh, but they're going to go for it. Bottom lane is coming in. It's 4 versus 3, and they are going to kill this jungler pretty easily. Wow, nicely done. Bottom laners coming in to get that kill, and is Graves actually going to get another kill here? Yes! Oh, very nicely done. That was Ashe completely overextending. She shouldn't have been there. She should have just picked up these minions, and because they have no ward out, she couldn't see them come back. But she should have just picked up the minions and yeah, stayed alive, because that is very important in this game. Just stay alive. So Poppy pushing the lane, and yeah, I guess I guess that will happen. But yeah, it is quite surprising because Poppy normally doesn't push the lane at all. Oh, come on, pick up the minions. Oh, missing so many of them because she missed that Q. She can really get the rest, and that's a shame, of course. Yeah, once you don't kill with your Q, you get the 13-second cooldown. Otherwise, it completely refreshes, and yeah, that is obviously a big difference. And Galio going to harass the Malzahar a little bit. Malzahar, who was getting the raids, and I don't know how Malzahar knew he was there. He just guessed that, I'm thinking. Yeah, because there is no real reason to assume that he's there. Malzahar normally not someone who picks up all of this this extra farm. So is he going to plop the box down? This time he does put the box down, and you see the fear going off, but they're still going to get him. Shaco, yeah, Shaco not realizing that he can't hurt her. So what he should have done? Oh man, I feel like such a teacher. Come on, what he should have done is the moment this this ultimate goes down, he should just go stand over here. Just ignore the poppy. Just go stand over here. You know she's going to run out, and if you just stand over here and keep running in front of her, there's no way she can escape. And in this case, he kept attacking her, and yeah, if you keep attacking her, you do no damage, but also your positioning is kind of bad compared to hers. Well, compared to hers when the ultimate ends, or what it should have been. I mean, it should have been that he had all the time in the world to damage her, and this time he only had the chance to throw the knife, and even that hit while the ultimate was still on. So Irelia completely finishing up that kill on her own. But yeah, if Irelia couldn't have finished that, he would have had nothing. He would have had... he already threw the knife, so no slow. And yeah, the box obviously is not going to help. But all in all, yeah, that could have been executed a little bit better. So yeah, we can see there is still one minion remaining here. Wow, I actually found a use for this reveal the full map, or remove the fog of war. And yeah, they did see him, I think. And oh, this is going to be close, but not close enough. Shaco finishing that off, nicely done. It was super risky, obviously. And yeah, he still had his deceive out though. Huh. He's going to use it now as an escape. Not really necessary, but it's a nice escape. So why not? Gets a kill, and the total is now 5-4. Lee Sin getting 3 kills on this team. Here it's kind of spread out. It is Graves who picked up 2. And yeah, for the rest, it's all good. Everyone 1 kill, except for the support Nautilus. The support Nautilus, yeah, I'm not really sure if I like that. I like the attempt at creating a new support champion, but I'm not actually sure that it is the best. And he is going to pick up the Ashe here. Yeah, I wasn't sure if he died or Ashe died. And for some reason, Flash Headbutt, that was such a waste of resources. I mean, the Headbutt, okay, but Flash Headbutt, that is such a waste. And now he doesn't have a Flash, so he needs to be very careful. Almost died to the buckshot there. Wow, that would have been so epic fail if he actually died. Anyhow, where's Shaco nowadays? Oh, let's rewind that, because I was too concentrated there on that bottom lane. So Poppy once again getting ganked. This time, oh, he once again getting the Irelia. And yeah, now Shaco might actually pick up the kill, because yeah, this time his positioning was good, and he is going to die. Yeah, did you see the mistake? So I'm going to rewind. Oh, it doesn't allow me to rewind. Excellent. I'm going to restart it at 11 minutes, and I'll be right back. So we are coming in for the gank here, and we will once again see the successful gank this time. At least this time they killed her. So this is all good. It's all good. They're trying to do as much damage as possible. And here comes the mistake. So this is all still good. He is the tower is attacking Irelia. Irelia runs out of range. So Shaco is trying to get some extra or some. No, he's trying to. Yeah, just get the damage done. And what should have happened here is he should have attacked the Poppy, and then the moment he killed her, the first tower shot would land on him, which is fine. Then he should have ulted to dodge the tower shot, and then after that the tower doesn't focus him anymore. It's going to focus his clone first, because it's a clone. It's called or it's considered a minion, and he would have gotten out at I don't know how many hit points he had before this. I'm not going to attempt to rewind it, because that wouldn't be very wise since it already crashed. But he would have been at like 400 hit points and would have gotten out no problem. So yeah, kind of a mistake there. That's yeah, well, there's not a whole lot I can do about that. I can just point them out and let you guys learn from it. And that's the whole point of this. I mean, the point isn't... I'm not saying he's a bad Shaco. I'm pretty sure that if everyone who thinks he's like the world's best Shaco sends me a game, I can point out mistakes in all of them. And the same goes for every other champion. And yeah, that even goes for the pro players, because just because they make money by playing this game, and just because they play it a whole lot, doesn't mean they don't make mistakes. And a lot of people don't seem to get that, because every time I make a commentary of a high elo player and I point out the mistakes they make, then at least 2-3 guys will post some comment like, "They're much better than you are, so you shouldn't comment on that. You shouldn't point out the mistakes, man." Yeah, and I really don't care. I mean, if you're a really good player, you still make mistakes. And if you want to become better, then someone needs to point out your mistakes. And that's also why I do these lower ELO games, because the mistakes are more obvious. Most of you will actually notice them, but I don't think a lot of you would have noticed the 2 ganks and how they should have gone differently. So yeah, that's just it's not easy to spot that in your own play, and that's why I'm pointing that out. I'm not pointing it out to oh man, that Alistar is so bad. But anyway, yeah, I'm not pointing it out to say that this is a bad Shaco, because I think he's playing a pretty good game so far. He has been counter jungling, he's stolen 2 buffs already from the enemy jungle, and he has been doing a good job of actually, well, controlling the map and making sure that, yeah, that the enemy jungler is as visible as possible and has as little options as possible. Going to take out these double golems once again, and going to come in for a gank once again if someone was actually there. So yeah, they do see these, or they do see the Shaco running there, and they might actually get a successful gank off in this top lane. So I really, yeah, going to dash to that that Mundo. That's not Mundo. Duh. To the Alistar. And yeah, she's going to die here. Oh man, is she going to get a kill back? Oh wow, that is so fail. Yeah, I saw Galio tanking the turret, obviously. I mean, the Alistar ulti came out, and that was completely unnecessary because he wasn't being focused by the turret. But still, that was pretty fail. So the box is going to save him here, I hope for him. No. Oh! That was a super nice deceive. That was exactly at the right moment. I don't know if it just came up. I'm going to attempt to rewind this. No, it doesn't work anymore. I really hate this about this replay system. It is still quite buggy. Well, the spectator mode is still quite buggy, and so after some point it won't allow you to replay the action by pressing backspace. So I'm going to restart again at 15 minutes and I'll see you in a few seconds. So we are going to start off a little bit earlier than I said because I wanted to see the gank again. Well, this part was all good. Well, not brilliant, but I mean the righteous gust not coming out, for example. But here comes the funny part. So the Galio tanking the turret all the time and dying because of that, and on this guy putting on his ultimate, and he took like 100 damage total. So it prevented nothing, and then yeah, he kind of should have tanked the turret and didn't. And then, yeah, he also used his ultimate to do so, and is, oh my god, stupid legs. Freaking noobs at Riot! Program something without bugs for once. Oh man, if my programs had this many bugs in them, I would have been so fired all the time. So we're going to follow Shaco and hope the slideshow ends in a few seconds. It probably isn't though, because these Riot noobs have no idea how to program a bug-free something. I mean, every time they release an update, it's the same thing. You get the update, and you get the update on the update because of things they forgot. Then they have to repair the update because it fucks up the client. Then they have to repair the repair because it fucked up the client. It still fucked up the client. And yeah, I just don't understand how these guys are trying to. Well, no, how they're making so much money. I mean, they're making so much money, it's not even funny. And everything is buggy. And everything is... yeah, is untuned, just randomly put together. And anyway, team fight going off. And a lot of kills on both sides. I don't know how many. Didn't really keep track. And yeah, this Alistar is still going to die, of course. There is too much CC on this team, and he's not going to be able to kill them. So there you go. And it seems to be 2-for-1 trade, but that's not true. No, the death timers are too short to call it like that. It seems that we had 2-for-2 trade there. No, I don't know. I have no clue. I don't really care either. It's 14-7. That's the important part. And Graves at 4 kills. Shaco at 5 kills. And on the enemy team, oh well, he started off 3-3. He's now 3-6. That's kind of funny. Come on. I don't know what Lee Sin is doing. He's kind of just standing around doing nothing. Meanwhile, they are going to take out the dragon here, and Graves taking a lot of damage from that, but is going to be safe. So, oh, someone gets caught here. Oh, it's Alistar. Just let him go. So Alistar takes way too much damage to go down. In any case, even without his ultimate up. And it wasn't up, so they could have killed him. But still, it's 1900 damage you need to do. No, 1900 HP you have to take away. With 75 armor and 58 magic resist, that is quite a lot. So Lee Sin going down and is... Oh, Malzahar, dude, get out! Malzahar had all the time in the world to get out. They are going to trade. Wow. He's not going to die, and they're going to trade 1 for 1. No, 2 for 1. Sorry, 1 for 2. Because 2 blue teamers die and 1 purple teamer dies. At least I think so. Yeah, he died. And no, Lee Sin died, and oh, and Galio died. So it's 2 for 1. Never mind. Never mind. Good trade. Yeah, it seemed like a good trade, but yeah, well, it's a 2 for 1. So it was a good trade. Placing it on award, excellent spot for that. And is he going to catch this dude? Because he should. Yeah, there we go. Nicely done. I don't know how they had vision, probably clairvoyance, but excellent job. And yeah, Shaco being targeted with the Poppy ults, and they're just going to farm the minions, because they're not going to get Poppy. So Poppy finally wising up and actually getting the Shaco instead of the Irelia. Yeah, and Poppy actually runs out. So another ward going down, and it will spot these two coming. And yeah, this Ashe is completely dead beyond that. There we go. Shaco is going to get out. Oh, nice! Steals the big golem, gets some health back from that. But not only that, prevents the enemy team from having that. Yeah, it's kind of a shame that the Jack-in-the-Boxes give you 10 gold, because that means that he's going to give away some gold to the enemy anyway. But yeah, how often do your boxes get sniped, man? That's not that often. So Irelia coming in to help here with the blue. And everyone in here, there's a 3 versus 2. But they are going to pick off Galio straight away. And they might actually be fine, just let them go. No, they're going after it. Okay, well, Alistar apparently already used his ultimate. Wow, and I missed that, but yeah, they obviously did not miss that. And the big raid, come on. Oh, they actually get the big raid, that is cute. So yeah, interesting. The enemy team has to flee, even though they were ahead 3 versus 2 in that team fight with 3 tanky champions too. I mean, it's not like they had 3 squishies that do no damage. No, they had 3 tanky champions that also do damage. Well, except for Alistar, he is only there for the CC. And he used his ultimate once again to prevent 0 damage, and then when he needed it to run out, he didn't have it anymore. Don't think he would have gotten out anyway, but... So Ashe finding the clone there, but they do pick up the Shaco in the end. And that's a shame, of course, because he was doing very well. He was in fact 6-1. That is pretty impressive. 7-1 on Irelia, also doing very good, very well. Doing good is something completely different from doing well. For those of you who don't know. And wow. Oh, I missed a kill up top. Where Irelia is obviously dominating the Poppy by now. Poppy shouldn't even try to come in. She's 8-1 with 145 minions. Poppy is 1-5 with 89 minions. She shouldn't even come close to the Irelia anymore. I mean, you saw my my Teemo game, I'm assuming, seeing that a lot of people watch that. I dominated the Irelia top lane. I think it was an Irelia, and yeah, at some point after like 2 kills. they can't come close to you. But the same goes in reverse. Top laners are all the same. They once they start to dominate, they start to dominate. So once they get a few kills, like 2 kills, they start to dominate the amount of minions, and they can zone the other one out. And if that happens, and a nice kill here, nice teamwork. But when that happens, there's really no way to come back, and it's going to spiral out of control. Oh, that's a shame. He goes down to a combined team fire there, and Poppy is going to die here. Yeah, I don't know who she targeted. It doesn't really matter. And there is a surrender here. Oh, yeah, we don't go to the surrender point on this this replay system. So anyway, very nice game. Yeah, I pointed out some mistakes. As I said, by no means that he's a bad player. I just felt like pointing out some mistakes that I immediately noticed. Because with great plays, if you're trying to pull off these big plays like tower diving at level 3, you need to play very well, and you need to play very precisely. Because if you mess up one of your skills, you're going to die. And that's what we saw here. He tower dove at, yeah, not level 3, but a very low level, and could have gotten out of there. If he played that better, well, if he used his skills differently, he could have gotten a kill first, and then after that, yeah, with the tower dive, he could have gotten the kill and gotten out. And as I said, it's in no way meant as an insult, because I think he played very well. It's meant as a teaching tool. So next time he does this, or you do this, anyone does this, you will realize that your ultimate can be used in several different ways, and there are very few ways, very few times you should use it as the extra damage it is intended to be by Riot. You should use it as more of a utility spell most of the times. Of course, when you're doing Dragon or Baron, you obviously want it for the extra damage it does. But for the rest, it's much better to use it as a utility spell. So either to get away safely, so to leave behind, or to confuse the enemy and hopefully, yeah, get them to attack the wrong guy. That doesn't work if you have buffs on, by the way, unless you have a really stupid team against you. Yeah, you can also dodge tower shots with it, and as I said, once you get the kill, the tower will be on you, or once you start damaging someone, the tower will be on you. And then if you dodge one of the tower shots with your ultimate, you can do that. It's not that hard if you practice it a little bit. And then after that, the tower will start to focus your clone first and then you. So you will at least have one tower shot on your clone if you're very low health, and if you're higher health, more than one. And then you have that time to run out. So anyhow, I hope you enjoyed. I will see you next time. GG.